Ladies and gentlemen, I have some interesting stuff to say about Dubai. You know probably about it. It's one of the Emirates of the United States of the Emirates or whatever. Over there in the Gulf, Dubai is a teeny tiny area, a city built in the clouds, sort of, pretty much. I wanted to know more about it because I kept hearing about how it's very, very wealthy and rich people there, and I heard that there were some problems with the workers being very poor and having bad accommodations and stuff. So I watched a few documentaries on it. Just went to Google Video, type in Dubai workers, something like this, and I watched one video that had nothing to do with the workers at all. It was just about people who live in Dubai. And I found out some fascinating, interesting stuff. Now, New York City, the city I've moved to and live in now, is like a city of workers, of the people, right? It's not a glamorous castle in the clouds where the workers are just behind the scenes. But that is what it is in Dubai. The workers are behind the scenes. They are actually bussed to and from work in the city. They live far out into the desert, about an hour on buses, and they therefore spend over 2 hours a day transporting back and forth. They're not very poorly paid, or they are very poorly paid or whatever. To hell with that. But the situation is that these workers could be contributing to could be part of the city if they allowed the workers to get apartments anywhere they want instead of putting them in particular bunkhouses and stuff out in the desert. Then the city would be much more vibrant. As it is, it's a ghost town. But what they wanted apparently was a city for the world's rich to come to, a city in the clouds. In fact, there's one girl who she moved there from London. She says, I didn't know much, I didn't know anything, but she says, I've been here for 2 years and it's ridiculous. She's gone way up in position. She's arranging parties for rich people, and she says, you always have your eye on your suitcase. You're always wondering what's next, how long am I going to be here. And she says, I think I'll write a book about it when I leave. And the person making the documentary, the cameraman or whatever, says, what's your book going to be called, do you know? That caught her a little off guard. She thought for a second. She said, La La Land. Yeah, that's how down to earth they are there. In fact, there was a little publication, the press company of the Prince, or the publishing company of the Prince, was putting together a publication called Dubai's Hot 100, the 100 top people or hottest people or something in the city. And everybody was wondering, oh, who's it going to be? Are they going to have businessmen on there, or the politicians, or what's it going to be about? And it turned out to be just people who were popular, were out on the social scene a lot, were well known, people who put together parties, people who attend a lot of parties, people who are beautiful. There's many, many models there. If you're a beautiful model, go to Dubai, you can get paid just to go to dinner parties and stuff. Money floating around like crazy there. Probably not anymore now that the financial crisis is hit. It certainly was this way. Money around like crazy, not enough beautiful people, and completely sanitized. The whole city is completely sanitized. The girl said, she said things that are absolutely necessities here in Dubai are total luxuries in Paris or New York. She said she wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Dubai is full of necessities that are just complete luxuries elsewhere. And the workers who built it all, and who are essentially have to be the base of the economy, but aren't allowed to partake, and they're off in the desert. You know, boo-hoo, that's not too big of a deal, but it just goes to show how stupid and short-sighted the planners of this miracle economy are, or were. And they've got the tallest building in the world there now. We'll see what happens with that. But Dubai, just in case you didn't know, it's a house of cards. It's built on the opposite of what American cities are built on. American cities rise up on the shoulders of the workers, not with the workers being shunted off into the desert or the swamps at night. So next time you have somebody say, oh yeah, take that, America, Dubai's got the biggest city in the world, or the best city, or the most skyscrapers, or the tallest building, or whatever their record is at the moment. Now you can reply and say, now that's all just a house of cards, because you know a bit more about it, and you should go watch some of those documentaries. Pretty interesting stuff.